All these years, you've been doing it wrong, and the worst part, you had no idea. Every night, you collapse into bed, set 3 alarms, bargain with yourself for just 5 more minutes in the morning, drag your body through the day on caffeine and willpower, and tell yourself this is just how life works. You're tired. You're always tired. And you've accepted that as normal. But here's what no one ever told you. The problem isn't how much you sleep. The problem is the quality of the sleep you're getting, and more importantly, the quality of the life you're living around it. There are people sleeping 6 hours a night who wake up sharper, more energized, and more alive than people sleeping 9. You've probably met one. You probably resented them a little. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to restructure your sleep, your energy, and your mornings so that you can do more with less time in bed without walking around like a zombie. Let's start with something nobody wants to hear. More sleep is not always better sleep. In fact, oversleeping is one of the most underrated causes of chronic fatigue. When you spend 10 hours in bed, your body doesn't get 10 hours of high-quality rest, it gets confused. Your sleep cycles, which run roughly 90 minutes each, get interrupted and misaligned. You wake up mid-cycle, groggy and disoriented, and your brain spends the first 2 hours of your day just trying to remember what year it is. Sleep scientists call this sleep inertia. You've felt it. That thick, heavy fog that sits behind your eyes, even after a full night's rest. That feeling of being more tired than when you went to bed. You didn't sleep too little. You slept too much, too poorly, at the wrong times. The human body is not designed to simply lie horizontal for as long as possible. It's designed to move through sleep architecture, light sleep, deep sleep, REM, in precise, repeating cycles. The goal isn't maximum hours. It's maximum cycles, completed cleanly, without interruption. 4 complete 90-minute cycles, 6 hours, can leave you feeling more restored than 8 fragmented hours ever could. This is the first thing you need to burn into your brain. You are not chasing hours. You are chasing cycles. Now here's where most people fall apart. They read something like that, get excited, set an alarm for 6 hours, go to bed late, wake up exhausted, and conclude that it doesn't work for them. They go back to their 9-hour attempt and their afternoon coffee and their Sunday sleep-ins that somehow make Monday even worse. The mistake isn't the idea. The mistake is trying to change the alarm without changing anything else. Your sleep quality is not determined by what happens when you close your eyes. It's determined by everything that happens in the 16 hours before that, the light you're exposed to, the food you eat and when you eat it, the cortisol levels your body is carrying, the temperature of your room, the last thing your nervous system processed before you asked it to shut down. Think about it this way. Imagine your brain is a city. All day long, traffic is running, thoughts, inputs, decisions, stress, screens, conversations. When you want to sleep, you're not just asking the city to go quiet. You're asking it to completely shut down all infrastructure, switch to maintenance mode, and run deep repairs on every system simultaneously. But if traffic is still running at full speed when you try to flip that switch, if you were on your phone until midnight, eating at 10, under fluorescent light until the moment you hit the pillow, your brain can't make that shift cleanly. It idles, it half sleeps, it runs maintenance with the lights still on. That's why you wake up tired. Not because you slept 6 hours, because you never actually went deep. So what does going deep actually require? Your body has one master signal for sleep: darkness, not just in the room, in your eyes. When light hits your retina, specifically blue spectrum light, your brain receives one clear message. It is daytime, suppress melatonin, stay alert. Your phone screen, your laptop, the LED lights in your kitchen. Every single one of those is telling your nervous system that the sun is still up. And your nervous system believes it, because for 2 million years of human evolution, it had no reason not to. You are not broken. You are just an ancient machine being run in a modern environment that was never designed for you. 1 hour before bed, your only job is to convince your biology that the sun has set. Dim the lights, kill the screens, or at minimum use the warmest, lowest brightness settings possible. Drop the temperature in your room. Your core body temperature needs to fall 1 to 2 degrees to initiate deep sleep. Stop eating. Let your digestion slow down so your body's resources can redirect to neural repair. And do something with your hands or your breath, something slow, something analog, something that tells your nervous system the day is over, you survived, you can let go now. This isn't a routine. This is a biological signal. And once you understand that, you stop seeing it as a chore and start seeing it as a conversation you're having with your own body every single night. Now, let's talk about the morning, because this is where most people completely undo everything. You wake up, the alarm goes off, and the first thing you do is hit snooze. That one decision is costing you more than you know. When you hit snooze, your brain doesn't get more rest. It starts a brand new sleep cycle, one it knows it won't be able to finish. So instead of waking up at the natural end of a cycle, feeling relatively clear, you force your brain to dive back into deep sleep and then rip it back out 10 minutes later. The result is worse grogginess, worse mood, worse cognitive function for the first half of your day. You didn't steal 10 more minutes of rest. You stole your own morning clarity and handed it to a button. The snooze button is not your friend. It is a trap dressed up as mercy. The moment your alarm goes off, your body is already producing cortisol, the hormone responsible for wakefulness and alertness. That cortisol spike is your body's natural launch sequence. It's trying to get you up, get you moving, get you into the day. When you suppress it with snooze, you blunt that response. You teach your body that the alarm means nothing. And over time, your natural wake response gets weaker and weaker, which means you need more and more sleep just to feel functional. Set one alarm. Get up when it goes off. Not because discipline is glamorous, because your biology is ready, and you keep telling it to wait. The first 10 minutes after you wake up are the most powerful 10 minutes of your entire day. Not because of productivity, because of neuroscience. Your brain transitions from sleep to full wakefulness through a state called hypnopompia, a brief window where your neural patterns are unusually plastic, unusually receptive. What you feed your brain in this window sets the emotional and cognitive tone for the next several hours. Most people immediately reach for their phone. They flood that plastic, open window with notifications, news, social comparison, and other people's urgency. And then they wonder why they feel anxious and scattered by 9 in the morning. What you do instead is simple. You get natural light into your eyes within the first few minutes of waking. You go outside if you can, even for 2 minutes. You let sunlight hit your retina directly, no sunglasses, no glass window filtering it. This single act does something profound. It anchors your circadian clock. It tells your body, with precision, what time it is. And a body that knows exactly what time it is sleeps better that night, falls asleep faster, drops into deeper cycles, wakes up more naturally the next morning. Light in the morning is not a wellness trend. It is the most powerful free tool you have for resetting your entire sleep system from the ground up. There is one more thing nobody talks about, and it might be the most important of all. Your relationship with sleep is emotional, not just physical. Many people who are chronically tired are not tired because of poor sleep hygiene. They are tired because they are carrying something heavy. Unresolved stress, suppressed emotion, a life that doesn't feel like theirs. The body keeps the score, and when you are living in chronic, low-grade survival mode, your nervous system never fully downregulates. It stays alert, it stays braced. Even in sleep, it is partially on guard, scanning for threat, never fully letting go. You can have the perfect sleep schedule, the perfect room temperature, blackout curtains, magnesium supplements, and a white noise machine, and still wake up exhausted. Because the weight you are carrying doesn't get left at the bedroom door. This is the conversation most sleep advice refuses to have. If you want to sleep better, you have to live better. Not in the sense of being more productive or more optimized, but in the sense of being more honest, more present, More willing to feel what you are actually feeling instead of numbing it with screens and noise and busyness until your body collapses from sheer exhaustion and calls that sleep? Real rest requires real safety, and real safety starts inside you. So here is where you actually begin. Tonight, 1 hour before bed, put the phone down. Dim every light in your space. Let the room cool. Breathe slowly and deliberately for 5 minutes, not as a technique, but as a signal. Tell your body, the day is done. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Right now, there is nothing you need to solve. Set one alarm. 1. And when it goes off, get up. Walk outside. Let the light hit your face. Feel the air. Give your brain 2 minutes of reality before you give it anything digital. Do this for 7 days. Not perfectly, just consistently. And pay attention to what shifts, not just in how you sleep, but in how you feel during the hours you are awake. That is where the real change shows up. Not in the bed, in the life. You were never meant to spend half your existence recovering from the other half. You were meant to be alive, fully, completely, with energy left over at the end of the day. Sleep is not the goal, waking up is, and you already know how to do it. You just needed someone to stop lying to you about what it actually takes.